Hey guys, what is up? As you know, it is peak week and I wanted to do a video for you guys to show you some good things to pack for show day, some things you want to include to help you better pack and be prepared for what's to come on your show day. So I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. I'll try and give you guys some of my helpful tips and tricks that I've learned with experience, and enjoy. So the number one thing I recommend when you are going to your show is to have two bags. So one, you want to have a bag that you're going to bring backstage with you, and two, you want to have a bag that you're going to bring into your hotel room. So with both bags, I do recommend having wheels. So I have a suitcase here to bring into my room, like my luggage with all my clothes and everything, and then I'm going to have another bag with wheels so I can wheel this into the venue to bring backstage with me. So the reason why you want wheels to bring backstage is because you don't want to be putting anything on your shoulders, and you don't want to be having to lift anything because one, you're going to be depleted and tired as hell, and two, because it's going to mess up your tan. So I do recommend having a bag with wheels, a smaller bag. This bag doesn't have wheels. My other bag isn't with me right now, but I will have it for this coming weekend. But just to give you guys an idea, so this is what I like to pack. The first thing you want to have is your suit. Now, I have my lovely suit from Angel's Competitions Bikinis, and they gave me this awesome case to hold my suit in. This case helps to protect the suit, and it's going to protect the crystals, because if your suit is just thrown in your bag, the chances of the crystals and getting caught on something and falling off is probably likely, and these suits are really expensive, so you do want to keep them in the best condition that you can. So using a carrying case like this is probably your best bet. This is my old suit that I wore to my last show. This is not the suit that I will be wearing, but it is gorgeous, so I'll show you guys. And I do like to bring a backup suit to the show because honestly, you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes your suit might break, or you might have a malfunction, or say it doesn't pass the regulations for the show, like maybe your bottoms are too small or something like that. So it's just good to have a backup suit. And even if somebody needs a suit, if they're having a malfunction or if their suit doesn't pass, at least you can like help somebody out. So I always like to bring an extra suit just in case. So another thing I like to bring for my show day is my check-in suit by Angel Competition Bikinis. So this is the cupcake posing suit, and the good thing about these suits is that the purpose of a posing suit is so you can wear this for your check-ins, for your check-in photos, because actual competition suits are very expensive and they're like blinked out in Swarovski crystals, so you don't want to be putting that on and off all the time because you're at risk for ruining the suit or for gems to be falling off, and you paid so much money for that suit, so you don't want to risk that. You just want to save it for the special day. So that's why I like having my posing suit, which is what I take all my check-in pictures in. And also the good thing about these posing suits is that these sides are tie, so they're adjustable. So from your off season, so when you first start doing your check-ins, you might need your bottoms a little bit bigger, but then as you lose weight and as you dial into your show, you can always just tighten them up so it fits you better. Whereas your actual competition suit for show day will be smaller because you tend to be smaller on stage than you are when you first start your prep. So the good thing about these posing suits is that they are adjustable. So I do recommend checking them out. You can always use my code Ironcurls on checkout for a free gift. So I'll put that in the description box below. But honestly guys, Angel Competition Bikinis, like, they are amazing. Like, their customer service is amazing. If you have any questions, you just message them and they get back to you right away. They're always willing to help you out. They're just really genuine people, and they really do take care of their athletes. So I'm so blessed to be a part of such an amazing team. So thank you. The other thing I like to do is I like to bring lots of towels with me. So if you stay at a hotel, if you use their towels with your tan or with your dark makeup, they will charge you for the towels. I was charged like $10 for a small face cloth like this. So I've learned from experience to bring my own old face cloths to use for my tan, for after a shower, and for just using for my makeup and stuff like that. So I'll put this in my big luggage. So the other thing you want to bring is something you're going to wear after your tan. So usually you get your tan on the Friday night or the night before your show. And they recommend that you don't put any bras or underwear on after you've had your tan. Why? Because the tan is still going to be a little wet, it's going to be sticky, and when you put anything tight on that tan, it's going to leave a mark. So if you were to put on a bra, you're going to have a line from your bra. Same goes with underwear or pants. Like if you have a tight pant line, it's going to leave a mark, and then the next day when you get touched up, it's just more of a pain to fix. So personally, what I found works best for me is these giant nightgowns. This is just from Walmart, and it was probably like $12. So I really like to wear these nightgowns. Yes, you're naked underneath, and like after my tan, I'll wear this like to the athletes meeting and to registration, even though I'm butt naked underneath. But it is fairly long, so it's not like you're going to see anything. And this is what I found works best, because after my tan, I'm always a little bit sticky after, and it takes a long time for the tan to absorb into my skin. I'm not sure why that is, but I've always been like that. So this is what works best for me. And like I said, it doesn't have to be something expensive. The tan will stain stuff, and it's going to leave marks on everything. So just something cheap, something that's comfortable, and something that you can just lounge in, because I honestly wear this for the whole entire weekend until I shower on Saturday night after I've got off stage, because it is the most comfortable thing, and it doesn't leave any lines, and that's what we want. So this will go in my backstage bag with my suit. Next, I will be wearing my gorgeous robe, my AC sponsored bikini robe that they sent me. So this is from Angel Competitions Bikini. So you want to have a robe to wear backstage, first of all because it's fun and because it's cute, and it's just nice to be able to throw on and off when you do have your suit on. You don't want to constantly be taking your suit on and off, because you're going to make more marks and more lines in your body. So if you're just able to throw a pretty robe on, then it makes things easier when you're running back and forth from behind the stage to out front, or just walking around in general. So I like to have my robe with me, and I will also put this in my bag. So I also do like to bring pants and a shirt just in case. If it's raining, if it happens to rain on your show day, when I wear the dress, the bottom of my legs are still exposed. So if it's raining or I step in a puddle or something, the water is going to splash up my leg. I've learned from experience, it's going to splash up my leg and leave marks. So if it's raining by some means, then that's when I will put pants on. But these are really loose, and I try to roll them over even so they don't leave any lines on my body. So it's always good to bring pants as well, and I'll put these in my bag. And then I just bring like a loose shirt as well, tank top, whatever. Again, more towels for the post-tan. So when you're backstage, right before you get on stage, you're going to want to get your pump up going on. So usually pump up maybe 5 to 10 minutes before stage, just to make your muscles appear fuller and to get the food shuttled into the muscle. And you just give yourself a good pump before you step on stage. So I always like to bring my own bands. Sometimes the show will give you bands, or they have bands and weights backstage, but sometimes they don't, so it's always good to be prepared. Also, do not leave your bands anywhere, because the amount of times that I've lost bands is crazy. But every time I lose one, I always tend to find one, so it's like give or take. That may be bad, but if somebody's taking my band, I need a replacement, so I'm taking their band. So I have bands. So this is a medium one. I found this one at one. There's no like handles, but it still does the trick. And then I have a stronger one. So I like to bring all bands just in case, and girls also sometimes forget their bands, so I leave mine out for people to use. Like I said, I'm really experienced, so like I know what to bring, and if you're a first-time competitor, you might have forgot a lot of things, so it's good when somebody knows what they're doing, because then they usually have extras to help other people out. So I'm like the mama hen basically at all my shows, and I don't mind that. So this will also go in my stage bag. So next you want to bring your shoes. I always bring 2 pairs of shoes. These are my backup shoes. As you can tell, they're really clean. I don't normally wear these. I don't think I've ever worn these. I like my shoes that I always wear just because they're really comfortable, they're worn in. It's just what I'm used to practicing in, but just in case something were to ever happen or somebody were to forget their shoes, I always have extra for them to use. Your basic hairspray just to fix up your hair backstage. Now your competition jewelry. This is something obviously you always want to have. So I have numerous bracelets. So these bracelets I actually got off Amazon. They were $1.50 each. It did take like 10 weeks for them to come, but still they were really cheap and they're really pretty. So I have a bunch of cheap jewelry, and then I have some other jewelry from like Claire's, which was more expensive, but it's not nearly as nice as, I really like the thick bands personally. So I like to wear these ones. But like I said, in case somebody forgets, I always have extra. And I have earrings in here and rings. I have everything. More. I don't use a particular brand. Like I said, I got some off Amazon. I've got some from Claire's. So another thing you don't want to forget is your pea cups. So a lot of people, surprisingly, don't understand why you need a pea cup. So I will explain to you. So why do you need a pea cup? So I'm just going to be like straightforward with you. When you have your competition tan on, any driplet of water, any type of moisture that touches you is going to leave a mark. So when you're peeing, personally, I don't have like a straight stream when I pee. Like sometimes it goes on different places and it makes a mess. So when you have your tan on, you don't want streaks all down your butt and all down your leg, making marks everywhere. So what I do and what people do is you simply pee in a cup, and it keeps, you literally put the cup up to you and you pee in the cup, and it prevents it from like splattering everywhere and making a mess. Also when people, like when you pee in the toilet, sometimes the water splashes back up at you and that'll leave marks as well. So I always recommend peeing in a cup. Now, a lot of people do this differently. Like, this is just what I've always done. I would literally just pee in the cup and then dump the pee in the toilet and then keep going. Like, I don't know, I guess that's gross for some people. Other people, they poke a hole in the bottom of the cup, so they're literally peeing and then the pee's like draining into the toilet at the same time. So that kind of makes more sense, I guess, but it's a little more effort, and yeah, and you obviously dispose of the cup after each time you've peed, so that's why you want to like collect a bunch of cups, because you're going to pee multiple times. So pee cups are number one, and the larger the better, because then it's less like dumping, and you can just do like, if it's an extra large, it's usually just like one dump, which is like the best. So another thing I like to bring is a little first aid kit. So in here I just have some band-aids, I have some gauze, I have some alcohol swabs just in case. Like I said, you never know what's going to happen, so better safe than sorry. I always have my first aid kit. I always like to bring an extra puff, so they usually give you one of these when you go for your tan, but somehow I always lose mine, so it's good that I have extra. And the tanners will use this, like if they're trying to buff out an area on you, like say you had a mark or a line, they're going to spray you and then buff it out with your buff, and they only give you one, so I like to keep my extras just in case. So another thing I like to bring is a little sewing kit, like I said, just in case you have like a suit malfunction, or you need to adjust your bottoms because they're too big for you or too small for you the day of the show. At least you have like a mini sewing kit. So I just have needle, thread, and some scissors, and I can easily make adjustments. I have this Puff Me, it's like a pump powder. So basically what it is, it looks like a dry shampoo, but it's actually to give your hair volume. So I just put this in my roots before I get on stage and like kind of tease it a bit, and it's going to give your hair some volume. I do like to go with a straight look on stage just because I feel like I have more control with my hair, and my hair doesn't really hold a curl. So I like to do straight hair, but I do like to have volume, so this really helps me because when my hair is straight, I don't have much natural volume and my hair doesn't really tease well. So I really have found that this product works for me, and I just ordered this off Amazon. It's called Puff Me. I can put it in the description box below. I just have smooth spray, so it's just like the oil serum, just to give your hair some shine, and it's going to keep your flyaways down. I have a mini hairspray. I have more puffs. I have my lipstick and my lip liner. So you do want to have some type of lipstick, and then you want to have a lip gloss for shine, and then obviously your lip liner. Just a clip for hair. And Vaseline, this is another good tip. So why do you want Vaseline? Well, if you've ever competed before, you know, like when you're on stage, you probably haven't drinking that much, or if you're nervous or get anxious at all, it's the body's natural response to have like a cotton mouth, or for your like for you not to have as much saliva in your mouth, so your mouth is actually really dry, like cotton mouth. So when you have cotton mouth, it's kind of hard to hold up your smile. Like you kind of have a smile like this, like a little grandma, because your teeth are so dry and everything is just so dry. So the tip with Vaseline is to put some on your teeth right before stage, so it helps you keep your smile. It helps your lips to stay up so they're not like covering your teeth, because you always want to smile on stage. You don't want to be that resting bitch face. You don't want to be that girl who looks like, oh my god, I don't want to be here, because you paid to be here, you worked your ass off to be here, so you better be fucking smiling on that stage. So Vaseline is a good tip. And you put that on just right before you go on stage. Another good tip is Bikini Bite. So this is like really ratchet because it's really old and it's all sticky. But Bikini Bite, it's basically glue for your butt. And why do you want to use Bikini Bite? Because on stage, for the division that I compete in, the CPA, our regulations is a Brazilian cut bikini, which is like a quarter to half cheek coverage. And in order for your suit to stay, you kind of have to glue it in place, or else it's going to ride up your butt. And depending on the organization that you compete for, you might get reduct marks or added marks, depending how they do it. You might get points for not having the appropriate bikini, for it being too small. So you want to make sure that you're following the rules and not showing too much, or not showing what you're not supposed to be showing. So Bikini Bite is good. Sometimes the tanners will have it and they can do it for you. I find that the tanning company that my organization uses, their Bikini Bite is kind of like watery and doesn't really stick. So I just ordered this one online and I love it. It's literally like glue. Like once you use it, it's not going anywhere. So I love this. So next you're going to want to bring some type of easy to slide on shoe. So I normally have flip-flops, but I can't find them, so I'll just bring my Birkenstocks. But basically, after you have your tan, you're not going to be wanting to put on like a running shoe or anything that's going to cause lines. So just an easy slip-on shoe. Flip-flops are the best. So you're going to want to bring those. You're going to want to bring your false lashes. Just for show day, fake lashes are key. And if you're staying in a hotel or somebody's house or anything like that, remember, the tan leaves marks on everything, so you don't want to be touching anything. So when I go to a hotel, I bring my own sheets and my own pillowcase, because if you don't, you're going to leave a big brown stain on the hotel's white frickin' linen, and then they're going to charge you lots of money. So make sure you bring your own sheet. I literally just like throw this on top of the sheets. I don't like actually make the bed with it, and then I just pull it over myself like a sandwich. I can show you guys on show day. So I like sandwich myself, and then I just have my own pillowcase. And it's kind of funny because like once you have your spray tan on, like you're very like subconsciously aware that you can't really touch anything. So like every time I have my tan on, I literally just sleep on my back and I like don't move. It's just like a subconscious thing. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah, so that sandwich thing works for me and I don't end up making a mess on anything. So I recommend bringing your own sheets and your own pillowcase, because you will leave marks with your neck, and yeah, just bring your own. Better safe than sorry. I also just like to bring like a giant bag or like a garbage bag for after the show, so I can put like all my dirty sheets and everything in. So when I get home, I just like take out this bag and just wash my one bag. It just keeps things like organized and nice and clean. And the tan smells, so it's good to keep all that like stench in one bag so everything else doesn't smell. So this is the end of the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this kind of gave you some tips and some ideas of what you need to pack for your show day. I know it's not too in-depth, but it's just like the basics, the outlines, what to include so you don't forget. And I thank you guys for watching, for all your love and support. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you thought it helped you. It would mean a lot to me, so thank you, thank you, thank you.